16. And the damsel was very fair to look upon.
The damsel, here's that word again, right? The damsel or the young girl was very fair to look upon. She was very beautiful. Go ahead.
A virgin.
She was a virgin. Go ahead.
Neither.
Go ahead.
Had any man known her.
She was a virgin. So if she was a virgin, based on how we know today, why would it need to say neither has any man known her? What does it mean when it says no man has known her, sis?
No man has touched her.
Right.
No man has touched her.
Right. So now, why would it say she's a virgin? Neither has no man touched her. Go ahead.
Because the virgin in the Bible means never been married.
No,
I'm sorry.
go ahead. You're on it though. You're not off. You're not off. Actually, you could be right. You could be right. His wife could be right. It's the word. Okay, a virgin in the Bible means never been married, meaning that she is what?
She's a baby, like
she's eligible to
marry.
Yes, that's a virgin. A young girl at the age where she's ready to marry.
Right.
That's what a virgin is. Right? Yeah, so that's why it says she is a virgin, neither have any man touched her. Right? Or neither have any man known her, because the two are not the same thing. You understand? Go ahead, Isaac.
If I could, so like a way that you can say it also is like when you break it down, you said, and you like if you give it, if you're trying to break it down for someone, you say, and the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither as it goes back.
You have to stress that word.
Right.
You have to stress that word, because it's gonna go right by you if you don't stress it. She was a virgin, neither had no man know it. So you have to stress that word. It's very important, and that's a good point. A good thing you brought that point, because guess what? When we break down scriptures on that podium, right? There's a speaker up there. We're breaking it. We have to pay attention to what the brother's saying, because the way we read the scripture is going to bring out his point. It's really going to bring out his point. So when you say, and the young girl was a virgin, neither. Now you are stressing that word, so the people preparing for what comes after. Right? So that was 100% correct, Azar. Okay, I think that precept brings across our point good enough. All right. Back to Deuteronomy chapter 22.
22 and 28, right?
You got it? You got it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed.
So and also that part too tells you that we are not. I don't know if I can say the word on screen. We're not. Men do not go after children, right? Because this girl, he found a girl who is a what? A virgin, which means what? She's at an eligible age to marry, right? So if a man finds a virgin, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Which is not betrothed, and lie hold on her, lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found.
Okay, read that last part again. Which what?
Which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her.
If he lay hold on her and lie with her, go ahead.
And they be found.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. Then the man that with her shall give unto the damsel 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife.
So now what they say is, you see, if he sexually assaults her, all he gotta do is give the father some money and now he could take her. That's not what it's saying here, right? I'll read the part and lay hold on her again. Verse 20.
Hold on her.
This is verse 28, right? If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and betrothed, I mean what? Engaged. That's part is important too. You find this girl, she's not engaged. Means she is not promised to another man, right? And he, go ahead. What do you mean?
You wanted to say, you trying to find a word for the type of person that he is.
Oh, predator. That's a good word. Thank you. Yeah, instead of saying RAPE, I just say predator. That's fine. Go ahead. And lay hold on. Give me that part.
And lay hold on her.
What does that mean? To lay hold on her. Go ahead.
Like pretty much good game.
That's what it is, right? To lay hold on her here is not talking about he had her and he would not let her go, right? Remember, the Bible speaks how black people speak, right? Somebody who does not speak how we speak and has not been around us, when they hear how we speak, it'll confuse them. Give me the word for this today? Well, I might be giving my age. I might be saying something that they don't use no more. So give me a word that they would use instead of lay hold on her. Raptor her. Actually, I hear the new term kids are using is Riz. Riz, right? Riz. That's what they're using it. I don't know. I'm just a messenger, sis. I don't know. At first, I was like to say, what the hell are you talking about? Riz. In my days, we used to be words more similar to this. When it says and lay hold on her, listen to this word. Bag her. Bag her. You remember that, right? Now, just so you understand, if it's some Edomite who doesn't understand how we speak, and he says he sees and he bagged her, in his mind, he does what happened was what the cavemen used to do. Put her in a sack and put her over the shoulder and walk. He bagged her. He kidnapped her. That's what it would say, but that's not what that meant. That meant he captivated her. He laid hold on her. She was captivated by him. She stayed when she shouldn't have been there. Like every simple young girl who's out there with some boy she should not be with. You understand me? Against her parents' wishes, against her father's wish, against her mother's wish, cutting school because this boy has laid hold on her. Right? And we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it. Go ahead.
And lie with her.
And lie with her. He laid hold on her and lied with her. Right? Meaning he had sex with her. Go ahead. And it be found out. Right? It be discovered that this young girl is sleeping with this young brother. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 29. With her shall give it to the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
You have to go and give the father the bride's price now. Because why? Because sex is marriage. You can't sleep with her and just say, well, I'm not interested no more. It was a mistake. It was a one-night stand. It was friends with benefits. None of that rocks in God's kingdom. There's laws, you understand what I mean, to protect young brothers and sisters against their own lust. You understand what I mean? Can you imagine if, I always tell people, could you imagine if sex was marriage, what it would do to the ghetto? People hate the idea that sex is marriage. I ask them one question all the time. Man or woman, if you knew sex was marriage and it came with accountability, would your body count go up or down? When there's accountability, all those people who, well, I don't really like her, but I hit. No, because now you hit, guess what? Congratulations, that's your wife. You're not responsible for her. So now, what does it force you to do? It forces you to say, is this the type of person I can spend the rest of my life with? Because if I go into her, that's it. We're married. Same thing for sisters. You understand what I mean? There's no such thing as, well, he was charming. You understand? You really have to make a conscious decision, because this decision is a permanent decision. And that's the righteousness of the Bible. You understand? I mean, that's the righteousness of the Bible, because outside the Bible, you don't even get that. But outside here, the Isupk actually, because a lot of people have the Bible, they don't understand this. You understand? Go ahead, Alex. You have some.
So it always makes you think that the scripture that Israel had a zeal for the Most High, but not what it looks like. But it's like we know certain things, how things should be. Like we put getting the actual marriage, like getting the paperwork from our press.
Mm-hmm.
We put that on the house. And if we put that, and when we look at that on the sex, because a lot of people be like, a lot of women say, men say it too, like brothers say it too, like, man, Jay, my wife ain't gonna do all that. Women say, hey, my husband, I'm not gonna do all that. But if we actually did look at it like that, we put that work on the law instead of on the oppressed above. And like you said,
no, you put that work on that sister.
You
know what I mean? You put the work on that sister. Damn a piece of paper. A piece of paper does not produce children. A piece of paper does not produce bloodline and generations. You understand what I mean? I always ask people this question. If marriage is a piece of paper, what happens when that society crumbles? I'll give you an example. If marriage was a piece of paper in Egypt, when we left Egypt, were we still married? You understand? When Yahushua shows up and destroys this kingdom, are you still married? If marriage is a piece of paper, when them buildings come down with all the records on them, are you still married? If it's a piece of paper. It's not a piece of paper. You understand what I mean? You cannot say marriage is a piece of paper, because the Lord never recognized the authority of the witnesses who signed your piece of paper. You know what I mean? Adam and Eve didn't sign a piece of paper. You understand what I mean? Adam and Eve never signed a piece of paper. The minute he slept with her, this was his wife. You understand what I mean? Any questions on that? Trendy, are you good? Most High in Christ. Now I gotta check with my brothers there, man. Right. Now we said all that, but are we sure this is not right? How do we prove that it's not right? Where's the contrast? Where will we go to prove that you cannot rape? Because we just read it, right? And we gave an explanation as to what happened. What does it mean to lay hold, right? But now the question is, can we prove that you cannot rape? Oh, sexual assault. I don't want to get cut off the line. I mean, I'm not supposed to be using that word. Sexually assault. Can we prove it? All we got, go ahead, Azar.
When you read the precept, it's saying in the midst.
Correct.
It was verse 20. So when it said, and lay hold on her, as a come, and lie with her. So if lay hold with you, you know what I mean? You taking it, and why does it say and lie with her?
Well, you're an honest man. You will accept the truth. A lot of people fight it. We need something concrete to show that this is not the case. All you gotta do is go a couple verses up. Go to verse 25 in the same chapter. In the same chapter, it'll tell you, but some people are so evil that they won't read the whole thing. You understand what I mean? The people who are saying this is allowing predators to assault our sisters, and it's okay to do. They didn't read the whole thing. Read verse 25.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25. For if a man finds a betrothed in the field,
If a man finds the damsel in the field, it starts off the same way, right? Go ahead.
and the man forced her,
And the man what?
and the man forced
And the man what?
forced
And the man forces her. This is a different situation than laying hold on her. You understand what I mean? This is a complete different situation. The man forces her. The other girl we read about was not being forced. He captivated her. She fell in love with him. She had a crush on him. That was her sweetheart. That's who she liked. That's who she liked.
her.
You understand? That's different than a man forcing a woman. You understand? If a man force her, go ahead
And lie with her,
and lie with her.
then the man only that shall
No, he should go to her father and give the dowry.
shall
No, he could go negotiate and say, "Well, I slept with your daughter. I want to marry her."
shall
That's the penalty for sexually assault in a sister. You understand what I mean? There's no confusion there. The Lord didn't make it confusing. You're confused because you are full of lust and you want to, you see, I remember, I'll never forget. This was around the time when them fake Israelites, I don't even want to say their name, were still in the scene. I haven't seen them for a while. And I'll never forget, I was still coming into the truth. And they was teaching the sexual assault doctrine. And this fool said, in the kingdom of God, we're gonna RAP women. He said, and we're gonna have superpowers. He said, you might see a woman, you like her, you grab her, you jump somewhere high and land next to a waterfall and RAP her right there in the waterfall. I said, at that time I was in the truth. I was searching for, I said, that's not it. That is not it. And that shows you how dangerous lust could be. You think anybody with common sense would hear that and say, that don't sound right. That don't sound like, I don't know if maybe you're in the kingdom, in your kingdom, but that don't sound like she's in God's kingdom. Sounds like she's in hell. If she could be kidnapped by some savage and be SA'd, and I don't know what the waterfall, like that must be his fantasy, man. That must be a fantasy he has had. And this is the danger of not learning the truth under the ISUPK, because you become, any fetish you have never leaves you. You know how brothers come in here, what they have to do? They have to get all black. That man in the world has to die before he comes in here. In those groups, the man don't gotta die. So you have a full-out demon in here looking for a reason to justify his lust. Go ahead, Sal. See, I get your hand up.
You just said old man don't gotta die. It's like, oh, you got to do birthday cheerful with it, you know what I mean? Sit there and tell, what does it sound like? It sounds like the show boys. Like, all of the superhero movies that I forgot what it's called. I think it's Prime. They all superhero movies. They like, you know, they like girls like AO. They do the most.
Nah.
Yeah, they got superpowers, but they like trouble. That's exactly what I told them.
Okay. Yeah, they're evil as hell. They're evil as hell. Right? Read verse 25 for me again. We gotta make it clear. You gotta have these precepts in order to cut anybody who tries to either justify this evil behavior with the Bible or try to use this to discredit the Bible and say, you see, this is not the word of God. They don't know what they're talking about. I mean, read it again.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25. When if a man finds a betrothed in the field, the man force her.
And the man forced her. Go ahead.
And lied with her.
Go ahead.
Then the man only that lied with her shall die.
The man will be put to death. Right? The man will be put to death. Now read the next verse.
Verse 26.
And this part is important because this will tell you what God thinks of sexual assault on a young girl. Go ahead.
Verse 26. but unto the dead thou shalt do nothing.
Not harm her. Go ahead.
There is in the temple no sin worthy of death.
He didn't do anything worthy of death. He's a victim. Go ahead.
For as when a man rises again his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this man.
So the same, this matter to be treated as what? Read the last part again.
For as when a man rises again against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this man.
This matter should be treated as what? Read it again, Alza.
Okay. For as when a man rises against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this man.
This matter should be treated as what? Go ahead, young brother. You're close. It is as a sinner, but it's a certain type of sin. You want to trust this?
Sir, it is to be treated as
Is there a microphone we can use? No? It's okay. It's good. Read it again. Read it again, Alza. Listen good. I want you to listen, and you answer based on this. This situation is as what, Alza?
And when a man rises against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this man.
How should this matter be treated, sis? Loud for me.
it is to be treated as adultery.
No. Read it again.
But if they met,
Read it.
for as when
I'm coming to you right now. Go ahead.
for as when a man rises against his neighbor and slayeth him,
How should it be treated, young brother? What? He what? He died? Which means what? It should be treated as a... No, let's stay right here. Go ahead, sis.
It is treated as murder.
As a murder. That's how it should be treated. That young man, when he forced that woman to do that, or took advantage of that young sister like that, it is as a murder. That's how God sees it. You understand? So when you think you're gonna sexually, you are a murderer. That's what the Lord's tell you. You know what I mean? And you see it today. These young sisters who've been sexually assaulted, man. Their spirit is murdered. Their spirit is killed. You know what I mean? You traumatize that sister to the point where she can never be in a relationship, in a healthy relationship. You understand what I mean? Go ahead. Read the part you want to read now, Azar.
even so is this man.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Read verse 27.
27. For he found her in the field.
This is what he did. He found her in the field.
He tried. Tried.
And she begged for mercy. No, I do not want to do this. Get off me. Leave me alone. Right? Go ahead.
And there was none to save her.
And nobody was there to save her. She did nothing wrong. He essayed her, and the Lord sees it as if he murdered her. That's what I mean. So that's the difference between the other one we read and this one. This one here, he is forcing her. The other one, he captivates her. He gets her to like him. He spits game. Right? This one, somebody has to be put to death. The other one, somebody is still held accountable because now, guess what, young brother? That's your wife. There's another case that we're about to read of right now. Read up to verse 22.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. He found lying when a woman married.
Actually, yeah, go ahead. If a man be found lying with a woman married. Go ahead.
to an husband,
Go ahead.
then they shall both of them die.
That's what you was talking about right there, sis. That's the adultery. Right? I'm gonna give you one similar that most people don't know is still the same thing. Read verse 23. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 23. Watch this.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed,
Now, this one here, she's a virgin. Meaning what? She's not married, she's at an eligible age. Notice in 22, it didn't use the word virgin because this one's already married. But this sister here, she is a girl of eligible for marriage, right? 23, one more time.
if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband,
She is what?
be betrothed unto an
What
husband,
does that mean, sis? Engaged. So she is promised to her husband. You know what I mean? That means that brother spoke to her father, gave the father a dowry, or promised a dowry, whatever point of the marriage they're at. The father accepted, the sister accepted, and she is now betrothed to that man, meaning that she is waiting on the confirmation that they're good to go, right? So she is promised to a man, right? So if she be promised to a man, go ahead,
and a man find her in the city
go ahead.
and lie with her. Verse 24.
So if a man find her in the city, they meet up, he captivates her, he games her up, and he sleeps with her. Go ahead.
Then they shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city,
They shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, both she and him. Go ahead.
and ye shall stone them. And ye shall stone them with stones.
And shall what?
Shall stone them with stones.
Why stone both of them? Sis?
Because she control on his part, and on her part, she's already promised someone, she's there with already promised.
So they committed adultery. That's to show you how serious a promise is. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. The Lord said. You understand? Go ahead, young brother. Speak up loud for me too.
Stone them both because a woman can have two husbands, and because that's the sin, and another man can steal another man's woman.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. From the mouth of babes. You understand what I mean? Our children understand God's law. You understand what I mean? And what he says is so heavy because what he's saying sounds right in our eyes and our ears, and it is right. But why can't the Christian church understand that? Why can't the Christian church understand a woman cannot be sleeping around? And you cannot sleep with another man's woman. They can't understand that. How old are you, brother? How old are you? 8 years old. He understands it. The Christian church, till this day, don't. In fact, the Christian church don't. Do you know? They had to pass a law in Oklahoma mandating automatic DNA tests when women give birth, because 38% of the children that were being given birth to, they lied as to who the father was. 38%. That's how much they don't understand what this young brother said. That's what I'm saying. What he said sounds simple, but in practicality it's not, because the Christian church can't grasp it around their heads that you cannot do what you're doing. You know what I mean? You cannot do what you're doing. So any questions on this topic? Go ahead.
All right, so when they call her, it says, the damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband.
Mm-hmm.
So why do they call her Why would they call him her husband?
Why?
It's because they already like they pretty much engaged in what it what it's saying like it's already working.
That's because the only thing. Okay, I help you out. What does sex do to a marriage? One word.
Nurse.
It does. That's right, but that's not what the word I'm looking for. Consummates the marriage. What does it mean to consummate the marriage?
Like legitimate.
Make it official. So it wasn't official before, but were they married? Yes, because they had an agreement already verbally that we're going to be married. So when you consummate the marriage, that means, okay, we went through fully with it. You understand what I mean? We went through fully with it. Meaning this. I'll give you an example. A brother and a sister, they like each other. They go to all the proper routes. And he goes to her father and he says, "Sir, I'm interested in your daughter." He says, "Okay, I want you for my daughter. This is what we're going to do. You're going to pay this dowry, blah, blah, blah." They agree. Right? So he pays the dowry. Can he call off the wedding? Can he turn around and say, "Sir, Salakia, I think I'm going to pass"? Go ahead.
Okay.
Why?
Consummated.
He has not consummated the marriage. After he sleeps with her, can he go and say, "Sir, I tried. I'm not really feeling it"? Can he go and say that?
No.
Why? Go ahead, brother.
Because already married and you can't spread them. You can't break up their marriage because
Done. Why? Go ahead.
Consummated marriage. It's finalized.
It's finalized, which means what? I'll give it to you for the sake of time. You're not going to walk around destroying young sisters like we do here in this world. You know what I mean? You're not going to pass sisters around like we do in this evil, evil world. I feel sorry. Like when I look at young sisters who, even some of these sisters who are rappers, and they're like, "Oh, these girls are whole." Do you know that your young men did this to these sisters? Do people understand that the men who are calling her all types of names did this to her because he has no control. Nobody controlling him. You understand what I mean? So the first young brother she ran into took advantage of her and said, "Done," threw her out, threw her away. And the second one did it. The third one did it. Now she has lost value. Ain't no father gonna accept for you to deflower her daughter and come back and say, take her back. She's part of your family now. That's why you gave the dowry, because you took the dowry because she's gonna join your family. And she's gonna create a bloodline for you. You understand what I mean? She no longer has, do you know? Okay, even in the law, the father doesn't give her anything because she is not part of his family anymore. Like, of course, he could give her stuff. Of course, I'm not saying he doesn't. But who is the heir to his throne, or the heir to his residence, or the heir to his family? His son. Why? Go ahead.
A boy, like a man, would carry on the blood.
The bloodline. You understand? The man carries the bloodline. So the boy is going to produce families for me. She goes and she marries him. She produces family for him and his family. That's how we're designed. You understand? Which does not discredit, what the sister is, because without her, everybody's family's bloodline ceases to exist. You understand? So don't, sisters, fight this demon. I'm telling you now. Do not go with this demon where you are fighting with men about who's more valuable. The Lord put us together. You understand me? The Lord put us together. We all each have a function. We each are important. We're all his children. There is culture, right? There is design as to how things go. But do not get into this stupid thing. I hate this thing of who is the prize. It's such a stupid question. You know what I mean? You in a crib fight with your woman day and night about who's the prize. I cannot understand that. You know who the prize is? The children. Somebody said to me a long time ago, once you have children, this is good. Once you have children, you are no longer the main character in your story. You see what I mean? Get off your pedestal. You're no longer the main character. You now have a young prince or princess to raise up right, to be better than you were, so that they don't suffer what you suffered. You understand what I mean? So they don't go through the trauma you went through. Our job is to build it so that it'll be easier for our children. Not for us to be sitting there in some goddamn house all day trying to figure out who's more valuable in this relationship, me or you. I tell you now, the Lord don't need neither one of us. You know what I mean? The Lord don't need neither one of us. Slack it. I go on some rant sometime. You gotta stop me. You know, and DC they wink at me to let me know I'm ranting too long. All right. What else we had?
You want the rest? We doing 24. Want the rest of it?
Oh, let me get the rest.
Then ye shall bring them both out to the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones. They die. The devil, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil.
Hold on, slow down there. Notice what he called the woman. What verse is that? 24. What did 23 call her? A damsel who was what? Betrothed. So they engaged. What is 24 calling her? Read it again.
So stone them. So stone with stones that they died. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife.
What did the scripture, even though she's engaged, what is this verse calling her? His what?
Neighbor's wife.
His wife. That's the point we was making earlier. They may not have consummated the marriage, but she belongs to somebody. You know what I mean? And anybody who has been in a relationship, young person, first relationship, you know exactly what this means when it says that belongs to you. As young as you are, I was in 6th grade, full-out relationship. In my mind. That's what I mean? In my mind, at least. Nobody's gonna take it serious, but I understand what he's saying there, because in my mind, this is my woman. My woman. That's what I mean? So, and by the way, in the Bible, right, in the Hebrew, there's no word that says wife. In the scriptures, she is called his woman. That's it. My woman. His woman. That's it. There's no wife. That's a term we use over here, right? My woman meaning what? She belongs to me. I mean, give me Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 9. And understand this clearly. You know what I mean? This thing where, well, we'll read it. Verse 9. Take your time. Let me know if there's any questions online. I don't see any questions.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
This would solve most problems today, brother. Read again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, chapter 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
What business do you have spending time with another man's wife? And when this says wife, again, this is not talking about somebody who they got papers. If you ask most sisters today, are you married? They're going to say what? They're going to say what, sis? But
They're going to say,
no. They'll be full out living with a man. 3, 4 children. 3, 4 children living with a man for 4, 5, 6 years. Been together forever. You married? No. If somebody asks a woman, are you married? And she says no, what is she saying? Right?
Yeah, ask me to marry.
What is she saying? Sis?
most of them say, I'm saying, I think I want
Yeah, okay. But what she's saying, like, if he says, are you married? She says, no. What is she saying to him? Go ahead.
She said that they didn't write on them. They didn't do paperwork.
You're all right, but it's even simpler than that. Okay, put yourself in the man's shoes, Azar. You ask a sister, are you married? She says no. What is she saying to you?
Say
I'm available. I'm available. You married? No. That's it. I'm available. That's what I mean? But again, is it their fault? No. They were never taught what marriage is. They don't know what it is. You understand me? Go ahead.
Because I knew that marriage, when I was in the world, I knew that marriage was, maybe the house. So I would never ask a female if she had a man. I would always say that. You married? And I knew they were going to say no. First, I said, right. And I knew they would say no. So I already rather get
Right.
Because I knew that it would say no. That's all I needed to know. I wouldn't ask if they had a man. Because that's too, you know what I mean? Are you married?
And I'm going to tell you this. You know where you learned that from? Christianity. Because Christianity, what it does is this. They don't respect a man and woman being together. If she's not married, she's available. They don't respect, okay, this is his woman. They've been together for this many years. He could justify it if she said she's not married because he doesn't have the paper. She don't have that ring on her hand. Therefore, she's fair game, which is an evil, evil thing. You understand what I mean? That comes from the Christian church. You don't have to respect unless it's and that shows you what? Who do they respect? Go ahead. The oppressor. Because whose paper is that? If the oppressor gives you a license, oh, she's untouchable. I can't really go there because now that's adultery. Because the oppressor, I don't want to commit adultery against who? The oppressor. You understand? That's their God. You understand what I mean? Go ahead, young brother.
Crazy. You people, brothers and sisters, they go to a Christian church and they get a paperwork from the white man. And then a brother or sister and they race, go to them and tell them that you don't need paperwork to be married. They're not going to listen to them.
No, absolutely not. 100%. You're absolutely not going to listen to them. Because why? They only respect the oppressor. You understand what I mean? They only respect the oppressor. If you don't go in fact, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. If at what point do I'll give you for sake of time instead of trying to explain it, right? Young black men, when they get at a certain point in their lives, and they say, you know what, I want to make it right with God. I want to live an honest life now. I've been with this woman. We got 11 kids. We've been together since we were in high school. We've been together forever. I want to make it right with God. What do I have to do to make it right with God? Alzar.
Go get paperwork downtown.
So you're telling me, Alzar, that the white man's signature weighs more than 11 children? You have a fully live breathing baby in front of you that the Lord designed you. When you sleep with that sister, you're going to get that baby. I think that baby is the Lord's signature. So that's what matters. I think that's the Lord's signature. Go ahead.
Go back to Christianity because the thing is, the Christian church teach you that you shacking up if you're not married.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as much as brothers and sisters want to say they're not Christian, if they don't go to church, everybody still has that belief that shacking up with a woman if you're not married, and they are only woman is married going to the brother.
100%. Go ahead, sis.
They also call it the common law marriage.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard that. So on Alza, I'm gonna come to that part, but on Alza's part, okay, I'll show you the evil in the Christian church. Around a certain time in every woman's life, no matter what kind of life she's lived out in the world, at some point she's going to quote unquote find God, whatever that is. Right? She's gonna find Jesus. That's why you have all those sisters walking with big banner hats on their heads. Right? They're going to church every week. They're giving all their money to the pastor because they want to change their life. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. A woman, she's with a brother for years. They have a family, they have children, right? And all of a sudden she says, I want to stop living in sin. I want to give my life to God. What does she have to do when she goes to that Christian church? What is she going to be required to do if she wants to give her life to God now? Sis. Okay, she confessed it. Jesus is her savior now. But she is with this brother that she's been with since high school. They have 3 kids. What does she have to do? How's that?
If you don't change his life to come to the church, she got to believe him.
That's it. I'm going to go one further. He don't got to change nothing. If he doesn't sign that paper saying we're legally married, she has to leave him. Or else, according to the Christian church, they're committing fornication. Because they never got permission from Master to have sex. They never got permission. This comes from who had to give you permission during slavery? The slave master. That's what I mean? Till now, he has to sign off on your marriage. That's why the pastor says what? By the power invested in me. Then he says that, right? Who invested the power in him? It sure wasn't God. Who invested the power in him, sis? No. You can't invest power in yourself. Somebody gave you the power, Alzheimer. Who invested the power in him? The oppressor. The oppressor invested the power in him. By the power invested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. That's how it goes. Go ahead, bro. Yes. Of course. That's what gave me the authority. The oppressor has approved for me to approve your marriage right now. So now back to the sister. So this sister now, she has been with this brother for years. She has a family, and now if he doesn't sign that paper, she has to leave him. Right? So now what does that do? That breaks apart the family. Right? The children suffer. She becomes a single mom. Oh, by the way, she's now married to Jesus, by the way. She's no longer married to a man. She's married to Jesus now. Never mind. You see how destructive that is to the, and now you have Baltimore. That's the result. That's the result. The Christian church created Baltimore the way it is. Because we didn't respect sex. We didn't respect each other. We did not respect God's laws. We chose the oppressor's laws over God's laws, and now we have Baltimore. Now we have the so-called YNs everybody's so always talking about. I'm telling you, Baltimore. Send us the YNs. We're looking for. We want them. You're afraid of them? We love them. That's our brothers. That's our sons. That's our nephews. You understand what I mean? Send them to the Isupk, man. We'll find something to do with them. I mean, I got a couple YNs just graduated Hebrew Academy. My man, Yashia and Mayaka Allah. I mean, give them a hand. I mean, righteous brothers, man. Righteous brothers. Young righteous brothers who are not going to continue in the cycle of this evil place, of destroying themselves, destroying sisters. None of that. You understand what I mean? We have righteous young brothers in here, man. Y'all think, let me tell you something else. Y'all think, oh, if you want one of these brothers, we're gonna really look at your daughters and say, why would we give him to her? I'll make an exception this time. They're the prize. I'll make an exception. Even though I hate that term, they're the prize. You know what I mean? Why? Because they went through scrutiny that your daughters and sons didn't go through. You know what I mean? That your daughters and sons did not go through. They went through it. I mean, they're held accountable when your sons and daughters are not held accountable. They follow orders when your sons and daughters are disorderly. You understand? And that's the type of young men raising in here. I mean, you hear the young brother when he speaks. Ain't no 8-year-olds speak like him. 8-year-olds don't speak that way. They don't think that way. It's a different level when you come in the Isupk. What happens is, and people don't understand, the spirit of the Lord is with you. We can hear. You understand things that the average person don't understand. You say things the average person won't accept. I say certain things. People look at me like I got two heads, as if I said the worst thing in the world by saying sex is marriage. By saying, brother, if you sleep with that sister, you can't leave her. Sister, if you sleep with that brother, that's your husband. You say something like that, and they look at you like, where are you from? What are you talking about? Like, we're the disruptive ones by saying that. Love thy brother as thyself. Foreign. Foreign. Don't hate your brother. Respect your sisters. Foreign. Sister, put some clothes on. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? So we're the outsiders. Let me tell you something, man. To be honest with you, in the Isupk, we are the only rebels on earth. We're the only one who rebel against this evil system and what goes on in this system. Ain't no rebel. You think you're a rebel because you put some tattoos on your arm? You cut your hair different, or you get some dreadlocks and you're a rebel? You smoke, you drink, no. That's not a rebel. A rebel is somebody who goes against this evil system. Christ was a rebel. I mean, it says that in the book. What's the name of the book? Where what's the name of the book? There's a book that mentions Christ, and it says he was a dangerous revolutionary. Dan, what's the name of the book? I don't think so. It could be. But he was revolutionary. He rebels against this kingdom in simple ways, man. And we have to do the same. That's what I mean. Let me get a couple more scriptures. And any questions online? Give me give me the scripture here. Give me Proverbs chapter 5.
It's in Proverbs chapter 5, verse 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thy ear to my understanding.
This is what God had to say to the YNs. You know what I mean? You young brothers out here in Baltimore, man, this is what God had to say to you. Read again.
My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thy ear to my understanding.
What does it mean to bow your ear to my understanding? What does that mean? Go ahead, brother.
Doesn't mean like come and like listen, like try to get in the shoe.
Listen, I'll take listen.
Read the Bible, try to read the Bible and study and
You're on it.
Understand.
You're close. You're close. I'll take it. I'll take listen. What does it mean to bow your ears? Keyword is, so listen is the word. What does it mean to bow thy ear? Go ahead.
Try to get like to get educated, like
what do you mean to bow?
Submit.
Submit your ear. Submit your ear, meaning that stop trying to believe what you want to believe. Stop trying to believe what you've been taught, because what you've been taught is wrong. I mean, bow your ear means to submit. That's why he's saying bow your ear, because he knows that you've been taught that sex is not marriage. He knows you've been taught all types of filth. He knows you've been taught that LGBTQ lifestyle is okay. You've been taught that. Bow your ear. Submit yourself and listen. Go ahead.
Verse 2, that thou mayest with discretion, and thy lips may keep now.
That you may regard discretion. You may have discretion. What does it mean to have discretion? To be discreet. What does that mean? To have discretion, to be discreet. Go ahead, sis.
To be discreet means to be private. Discretion, like your own discretion.
You said discreet is to be what?
Discreet, to be private.
You can and depend on the context. Give me the definition for discreet in the dictionary. Learn this tool, Baltimore. Pull the dictionary. Right? Because the reason I say that is because when we talk, we use certain words in certain contexts. But sometimes the scriptures is talking about something else. Read the description.
Description, the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offensive or revealing private information.
To speak wisely. Right? Read again.
Quality of act of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information.
If we spoke discreetly, we would offend each other less. You know what I mean? If me and you having a conversation, discretion would mean I would not tell you something I shouldn't be telling you about Al-Azhar. You know what I mean? So that I don't cause offense. Discretion is to speak wisely. Be careful what you say. In a nutshell, discretion means to watch your mouth. Right? Watch your mouth. I mean, go ahead.
And that thy lips may keep knowledge.
And that thy what?
Thy lips may keep knowledge.
And that thy lips may keep knowledge. That part means. Go ahead.
Whatever you say is going to be wise. If you want to be discreet and you're going to talk, you know what I mean, without offending. And the thing that you say is going to be wisdom coming from scripture.
Okay. And that thy lips may keep knowledge. Go ahead.
Doesn't mean like you have to speak. You have to speak something. You have to say something that is true before you say something, because then if you say something that's not true, somebody can that person that you're speaking about can get offended. Why on them you're not telling the truth?
Close. I'll get to you for the sake of time. You gotta read it consistently. The verse 1 and 2. Verse 1 says, bend your ear. Right? Bend your ear and listen. Verse 2 says that you may have discretion. Think before you speak. And then right under it says, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. What does that mean? What's knowledge? Wisdom, or what's knowledge? Something you know. You know about something. That's knowledge. That your lips may keep knowledge. Watch your goddamn mouth. That's all it means. That's what it means. It means that you're not speaking everything you know. It all goes together. Bend your ear, submit, listen, be discreet, keep knowledge. All goes together, right? They're not different things, all on the same topic. So when you read scriptures, try to be on topic as much as possible. It's not saying, be discreet, bend your ear, be discreet, and speak knowledge. No, keep knowledge. Shut your mouth. Don't speak. Don't be speaking all the time. Right? Go ahead. You're going to see why. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop and honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil.
The lips of a strange woman drops as a honeycomb, meaning her lips are sweet, right? And her mouth is smoother than oil, meaning it's enticing, right? This is speaking to who? Young brothers, right? Be careful. So the Lord saying, basically in the first part, he's saying, bend your ear, listen, shut your mouth. I'm going to teach you something. And he's going to teach you about a strange woman, right? Read verse 4.
Verse 4.
As smooth as she is, as sweet as she is, as wonderful as this girl is, go ahead.
Verse 4. But her skin is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword.
HIV, syphilis, children that you'll never see again, child support. That's what her end is. The Lord is telling you, stop talking because you know too damn much. You think you know something. I'm warning you about something that's going to destroy your life. You understand? I'm trying to tell you about something that's going to destroy your life. This woman you see, who is smooth and amazing, she's destroyed. And she could only destroy. You understand? This is not like the sisters who were being raised up in the ISUPK, in the Commander Honor. These are not the brothers who are being raised up. This is not that. This is some sister in the world, or even worse, some heathen. You understand what I mean? Somebody who is like a wild animal. And she may be beautiful, she may be sweet for now, but the end result is bitter. You understand? The end result is bitter. Keep reading.
Her feet go down to
Her feet go where?
death.
Go ahead.
Her steps take hold on.
That's who you're dealing with out there, young brother. That's who you're dealing with out there. And you fall in love with that, and then you wonder why you are destroyed. You understand what I mean? A lot of these sisters are completely destroyed. That's why that rule is so important. There's a rule in the Isupk. You know, a 6-month rule. You see a sister come up in here, brother, you leave her alone. She needs to be saluted only. You know what I mean? Why? Why you have to leave her alone? Right?
Kill her old woman.
Just like you had your time to kill your old man. You understand what I mean? She needs that time. Don't be lustful. Don't be, oh, she's beautiful. Because she is bitter right now. You understand? She is bitter, and she only brings bitterness to your life. She has not become that new person yet that could be brought up as the princess that she should be. Don't get me wrong. This is not bashing sisters. This is protecting them from you and you from them. You understand what I mean? Because why? Because you have to let her go through that process so that she could become somebody who could be a mother, somebody who could be a sister, somebody who could be a friend in here. As of right now, she's ravenous and she has nothing to offer bitterness. Right? Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Verse 6. Thou shouldest find the path of life. Her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them.
Break that one down for me. Lest thou should ponder the path of life. Meaning what? He's speaking to you. Lest thou ponder the path of life. Meaning what? Uncertainty. Meaning that confusion. Meaning that you no longer have control of your own life. You want to wonder the path of life, brother. Okay, I'm gonna make it clear for you what it means to ponder the path of life. I'm gonna say a term that's used today often. How did I get here? You're pondering the path of life. How did I end up here? Where did I go wrong? You're pondering the path of life. It's trying to figure out what happened to me. I used to be that nigga. Now nobody can't see my kids. You know what I mean? Destroyed. Right? So that first part is lest you ponder the path of life. Go ahead.
Yeah. Her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them.
Break that part down. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says it's not stable.
Not stable. Right? That's a good one. Give me a little bit more.
You said that was it.
No, that was it.
Oh, that cannot.
No, her ways are movable. Give me a little bit more on that.
He's not like and you know what I mean, don't say something for anything. Like,
Okay.
She, like, you know what I mean, like it don't take much. Like you might think you got, but it don't take much for another brother to come just cover out.
I'll take it. I mean, her ways are like you said, she's not stable. Meaning that she's like the wind. Today she might be a Christian. Tomorrow you're gonna turn around, she's gonna be a Muslim. Next day she don't believe in God. The next day she's gonna show up with those big loops on her ear. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. The earring that stretched the earring. Next thing you know, she's trying LGBTQ lifestyle, right? She is movable. She's not stable. She don't have what? Foundation. She don't have that. She's movable, right? She's always changing. That's why the next part says what?
That thou can't not know them.
You can't know her ways. You'll never know her. You ever hear? I'll give you a term you hear often. I don't know you anymore. Right? You're not who you used to be. You've changed. She didn't change. You just caught her in one of her phases. Before you met her, she was in this phase. You met her in this phase, and then tomorrow she's this phase. She's moving, changes. She don't have no bedrock morals. She's not solid. She don't have no truth to fall back on. She don't have no brother calling her to check on her. I mean, she don't have scripture breakdown classes. She don't have understanding. She is a child of the universe. If you ever hear a woman say, I'm a child of the universe, run. I'm a child of the universe. You know what that means? That means I got no nature, nothing. I'm a child of the universe. What? You know what's in the universe? There's some nasty stuff in the universe. She's a child of the universe. Run. Those are the most outlandish people you'll ever meet. I'm the child of the universe. I heard a few of them. I'm like, good night. I mean, okay, it goes down. But the point is this. Like, let's see if I want to get to a point. Hold on. The point is this, young brothers. Be careful who you marry. Do not jump into bed with anybody, just anybody, because that is your wife. And vice versa, sisters, that is your husband. You understand what I mean? But the reason I'm stressing on the brothers right now, because you are the head of the household. You can't bring something into the household that is movable, that could change tomorrow. Because at that point, you ever hear people say, well, one of the most popular reasons for people leaving their husbands is, I'm bored. I'm not happy. I need a change. That's not something you can control. You understand? So you got to be real careful as to who you sleep with. That's the point of this class. All right. Any questions before we wrap it up? With that, we'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Al-Azhar. Water for coming out, everybody.
These are security announcements. But ISPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister.
That's right. That rule right there will save your life. That's what I mean. That's that rule right there. Like, brothers have to take that serious because, like we said, you don't know who this person is, but you're willing to make a lifelong commitment to this person. And the Lord is not going to overlook that commitment because you think you made a bad decision. Go ahead.
There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find us in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced Isupk. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. What's up for nothing like give? Upcoming holy convocations, we got the Passover coming up, April 12th.
Nice.
That's going to be in Atlanta. I mean, pay your Passover fee. You know what I'm saying? You might have to walk in to chat on social media such as ISupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and so on and so forth by ISupk events and services. The brother must be a trooper in the school. The heads to start wearing all black, which includes black shirt, pants, headband, stuff and stuff. With that, we'll get one person teacher, then an Israel Michael, which means stand. Then an Israel Michael, got the tie, saw, and the sister. We'll get one person speak to the teacher, then an Israel, a Michael, Rock.
Hashema Atan Bashim Yahushua.
Yama Swat. Got the tie.